So we're back on with our first semi-final of the afternoon. Evan Williams top seed against Darren Rahul Pragasam of Malaysia, second seed. Nice early start for Evan, 2-love. Joel, thoughts on Darren's choice of the New Zealand shirt?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Playing in New Zealand, representing a foreign country. Maybe just doing it to be out of respect, maybe.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought. Certainly a conscious choice. So Darren makes the error, Evan out to 3-1. Conditions today a lot warmer, and we're playing during the day, so we're expecting the ball to sit up a little, especially at the start.
Hoping for some longer rallies.
Yeah, that's correct. You've got a lefty versus a righty, that often makes the game switch sides a bit more than normal. We've seen that already.
A few boasts going in there early from Darren. Looking to work Evan around the court. Is Evan's number one fan in attendance today?
No, I haven't heard him, so hopefully he'll be here shortly. Otherwise, the bar sales will be terrible.
Heating up in here, not just weather-wise, but more people in the building. Everyone out in support today, plus the local event running alongside.
That will be a stroke, Marshall.
Darren feeling a bit hard done by there. What's your thoughts on that, John?
That was 100% a stroke. Played a pretty loose ball, didn't get out of the way. Again, think he's venting there more out of frustration than genuinely thinking it wasn't a stroke.
The ball's sitting up a bit more in these corners today.
Yeah, massively different situation there.
And Darren not seeing the other side of that one. Definitely going to have to put more cut on the ball today if they want that ball staying in the corners with the warmer conditions. So could make some interesting work around the middle today. Hoping for some clean matches though. It's a nice shot. There we see the nice short, sharp kill from Darren on his backhand.
Yeah, Evan guilty of just hanging back out there and wasn't able to move forward to pick it up. Very effective shot on this court, as we've said, even in these conditions. He's done it again, quick straight ball. Well, after a good start for Evan, it's levelled up, so he's just taking a bit of time between serves.
So actually quite a big age gap between these two. Darren being 20, finishing his junior career last year, and Evan actually being 30, turning 30 into September. So will we see much of a difference, maybe that experience shining through today?
There's definitely experience difference. Huge taxi there. Nice triple from Evan. He's got onto that very quickly and played that very short. Take control of this first game.
Strong start from Evan, 7-4. tidy shot. Nice bit of cut in that one.
Yeah, Evan guilty of not really getting the ball anywhere. It wasn't short, it wasn't deep. It just sat in the service box and Darren picked it off.
Darren looking pretty sharp around the middle at the moment, Darren. They are training positions.
There we go.
There's that cut again.
Nice hands from Darren.
Constructed that point pretty well there, working Evan into the front left, front right, and then front left. So doing a couple diagonals there. He won't like that very much. What's his response?
He's got a decent little hold there, Darren. He's got even thinking about what's going to happen.
Maybe. I think that era sort of representing just a bit uncomfortable, even with some of the quick few points that Darren's got. 7-4 down, brought it back to 7-all, so maybe feeling a bit of pressure. Crucial part of the game now, 7-all. It's nice, that's nice.
I'm thinking that'll be the moment.
Thoughts on that one, John?
I think the ref had a little choice there. Even was a bit slow in his movement and didn't look like he was going to get
I felt
it.
he sort of stopped and then started again with that one.
Yeah,
he should have just kept the rhythm going, maybe gone towards the ball. And if he collected Darren, then asked to let on the way through.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Great kill. So perhaps a strong point there on Darren's forehand, the short low kill.
Yeah,
he's got what, 3 or 4 points off in that area now.
A decent bunch of them.
Another short kill there. So he's run away with this one, 10-7. He's done very well, 6 points in a row.
Yep.
Evan not resetting.
Bit fortunate.
8-10, go ball.
Deceivingly a quick mover, Darren, isn't he? Very sharp. Off the ball, I feel.
Yeah, you talked before about the age difference, and
It's tight
it
squeeze.
shows up when we see Darren's speed and recovery.
Yep.
He's still got a game ball.
Definitely tightening up towards the end of this set, these boys. Yeah, it's hacking at that one. Right idea, but going for the all-out kill.
It's not necessary on the court. He can play with a bit of margin, a bit more cut maybe.
Yep.
Play it nice and straight to the ball and get the result. Doesn't need to play it that long.
Yeah, so his patience being tested towards the end of this set.
Well, he played that.
Yeah.
And he's going to suffer as a result.
So a bit of a battle down that left wall here. Both players sort of getting in each other's way a bit. So will Evan convert? First time. It's a good response, actually. That's tidy.
Nice shot.
So the short stuff really coming off well for Darren in this first set. A number of points in the front two corners. Volley and off the floor, that is. It's a nice shot though. Perfect length. That ball just running away from him. from Pragasam. Wow. As dead as a dodo, as some mates say.
He slotted that one, brother. But we're seeing that Darren's front court work is very good.
Yep.
His hands are working well. His hitting from the back, not so good. Huge error there from Darren, walking into it.
Yep.
Just needed to keep out of the way.
Bit of gamesmanship there from Evan.
Well, it's heating up.
It's nice to see, yeah. Nice to see.
Plenty of
Bit of fire.
intensity from both players.
Yeah.
That will be a no-lead. Ooh. He's a bit lucky to get that one, I think.
Very lucky, yeah. It's a great touch shot.
Nice reset from Evan.
Yeah. Oh. Maybe a bit lucky.
No, I think refs are going to give that for safety.
Yeah,
He got out of the
sure,
way, but
sure.
how was Evan to know he's got eyes in the back of his head?
The appeal straight away there from Darren, showing his desperation. Neither player wanting to give away this first set. Quality's gone up a bit here. Definitely a lot bouncier on there today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Really?
nice temperature. A little bit of interference there.
Simple lit, really.
Yeah. Tiniest of hits there, really.
We want to see players playing that, really.
Barging around the middle. He's backed into him there. Well, we're getting our money's worth in this first game.
Yeah, it's good.
13 minutes.
Very juicy.
Too many lets, but lots of intensity.
Nice. Oh, he's on.
And that's the game. It's unfortunate. Pretty obvious stroke there. So, very tight set there, Joel. I'm going to say that Darren is not playing the backhand side well enough. He's putting too many balls on Evan's racket, and he's got to either lift higher or hit harder on that backhand side if he's going to play straight.
Yeah.
I think also Evan's been guilty of being too deep in his tee position.
Yeah.
And so when he's hit those cross courts and Darren's jumped on the volley, he's too deep to pick up the short ball. So he's either got to be better in playing those shots or he's got to move up to cover the short shot.
An interesting set, really. You see Evan came out reasonably strong and then got to 7-4, 7-3, and then Darren had a big push and then Evan sort of dropped off. But the response coming back there, 14-12, a great effort, really. But I do feel Darren got a majority of his points in that front right, and Evan maybe a little bit off the pace towards that, but finding his second win to follow through.
Yeah, I mean, as the senior pro, he'll be happy he got the result in that first game. I think he'll be disappointed that it took so long. He'll be disappointed that he had a lead. There was some big momentum swings between both players, and then at the end, it tightened up quite nicely. And as you said earlier, the quality went up quite a bit.
I don't think Evan would be too worried about the duration of that set. He'd be back in his physicality over Darren. 10 years is younger, so.
Yep, I mean, we say that and it's true. I guess if it goes to 5 and it's an hour 5, you might regret it, but you're right, for now it's not a biggie. But certainly, I'd say Evan hits the crisper ball, both in the air and off the ground. He will have a little more racket-head speed and a cleaner hit through the ball, so he's definitely putting more pace on the ball. But Darren's a very smart counter-punching type player, so there's a slight contrast in styles there.
Well, it's good to see actually just how Evan dealt with those little short attacks from Darren. Obviously, letting it get the better of him for a little while there, but he responded well, so interesting start to this game.
Oh, slotted.
Wow. No hesitation there.
Even read that one really well. He'd be disappointed he didn't get it up.
Yeah, Darren straight in with the attacks early on. Smart serve there. Yeah, smart.
Is that to 3-love lead? Mind you, he had a decent start to the first game as well.
Evan not look like he's enjoying this open play.
No, he made the mistake of the short on short there.
Yep.
Not my favourite play, as you know, and the quality wasn't good enough to get away with it.
It looks like that's what Darren's trying to do. Trying to move Evan around the court. It's looking pretty good right now. He's got to be careful though with all these attacks.
Well, Evan, another tactical error there from Evan. He finally got Darren off the tee, and then he played really quite a poor flick and set himself up for a taxi.
Nice. Again, that front forehand from Darren. He likes that kill from behind. Not afraid to whip it in.
He's very confident now, Darren. Chuck the ball around.
He's doing well here.
Once again, Evan short on short. Another bad tactical decision.
Needs a response here, Evan. Wow.
Good finish.
Yeah, I thought it might have bounced twice there. Did hear a whisper from the ref.
Well, generally, when both players look disappointed, the ref has probably made the right call, and that's the case here. Well, Darren's busted out a smile there. So you're Evan Williams. What are you doing now? You're 8 love down.
Yeah.
What's your thought process?
What's the
right
reset
now?
button? Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
Confident shot, I think he's been looking for the past few points.
Well, Evan definitely needs to change the serve on that side. That's for sure.
Wow.
Stunning shot. That'll be a stroke.
3-9.
Will we see a comeback?
It's probably too deep, I'm guessing, but
Whoa!
you never say never.
Oh, that one hurt my ankle, so I don't know how Darren felt.
And out. 10-4. Game ball.
So do you think this was a tactic in the second game? Trying to shorten the rallies from Darren? Maybe feeling the physicality from the first? Or do you think just trying to get in Evan's head, trying to switch it up?
Well, to be honest with you, I think that Darren's playing this way because Evan's going short. And I think Evan lost his structure in that game. And I think Darren just responded to that. I don't feel that it was a conscious effort by Darren to particularly change his tactics. I think Evan just went short on short all the time, went short a lot, lost his patterns, lost his structure, and Darren jumped on the opportunities.
Yeah.
So we're locked up at 1-1, and it's a very short second game.
Yeah.
And
Complete coin flip, really, the first.
yeah, it's so obviously I'm thinking Evan needs to refine the patterns that he had in the first game and refine his structure, because he definitely has a few more tools than Darren.
Yeah.
It could have been a stroke.
Stroke or no let, almost, I felt, actually.
Slightly better situation, so the ref's agreeing with you, John, says that was too good.
The front forehand again.
One behind. One up.
Similar tactic to the second, it looks, from Darren.
and he shot
Again, the
through
front forehand. Short, sharp kill. First question coming in, Scott Galloway. The thoughts on Alex Hughes and his tattoos? I mean, where to start with that one? Probably best to be unspoken, actually.
Well,
Speaking of
he's-
tattoos, Evan actually got a sleeve recently. If we noticed that.
Does Scott have any tattoos?
That's a good question. I'm not actually too sure.
I see he's had a haircut recently, so maybe there's a bit of
Yeah,
skin
yeah.
and a bit of room for the old tattoos. Thoughts on that, Joel?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows these days? Tattoos definitely in style.
Oh. Not the era that he wanted.
3-1.
We said earlier about Darren volleying and cutting off those reaction volleys, but to be fair, Evans put it on his racket a little bit. So
Yep.
he's got to get it off his racket.
I think Evan really just struggling to try and figure the game out right about now. For me, I feel like he needs... There you go. Well, for one, I feel like he needs to sit on that volley, and two, maybe use a bit more height to mix up the rhythm, because he's sort of trying to hit his way out, which we know can have the opposite effect in matches like these. When you're playing someone that's shooting, there's nothing worse. And especially if they're coming off half the time, you feel powerless. So Evan's got to change up that serve. It's about four nets.
Is listening,
four
but,
nets.
In between the break in the next game, he's got to change that serve.
Darren's confidence just growing too. Staying very short.
That's nice. Good get from him. Oh, well done.
Oh, it's nice use of height there. Yeah, it's a bit ambitious. I suppose he can afford it, 6-2.
He still has the 3-point cushion. Pressure on Evan to find his game, I believe.
Yeah, I think maybe
Still
need to
struggling.
step up the court again. Put some pressure around that middle again. Look for the counter even. There we go, that's better from Evan, yeah.
Great stuff.
That'll fire him up a bit there.
Well,
Exploding
intensity
into the
gone up for
front.
sure from Evan.
Yeah.
Just needs to get the accuracy to match. Got a little carousel playing in the background. Sorry, bud.
See that? Both one player thinking it's a no-let, one player thinking it's a stroke. The look on their faces. It's worked from all match there. First error really on that forehand, isn't it?
Yeah, really forced that a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a nice play from Evan, so he's tied it up at 6-all.
It's a good squash now. Very tactical battle this third set.
Well, watching Darren both in his previous visits to New Zealand and here now, he seems very unflappable.
Yeah.
He seems to go about his work, and for sure he queries the ref from time to time and has a little cheeky grin, but
Lots of room to play there.
Simple lead, I feel.
look, honestly, the refs want the players to play the ball, and
Yep.
we all know Evan was hoping for a cheeky stroke.
There's that forehand again. He'd be feeling good now after missing that previously. Staying very short though. Wow.
Nice.
Read that one like a book.
Well, Evan's deep position, hurting him there, running into the player, not going in front of him.
Trap behind, I feel, didn't.
That's better.
It's better getting on the volley early. That's what we like. Stepping up the court a bit here, Evan, and the pressure. That's the pressure. You're taking those volleys. You see a bit tentative on his drop shot and clipping the 10.
Nice kill.
Thought about that one a bit too much there, Darren.
Yeah, it's just
9-all,
an unusual
1-all.
position, wasn't it? Yeah, it's tight, brother, that's for sure. Evan's done well, just mixing up the serve, forces the error.
Soft error there from Darren. Freebies.
That will be a no let again.
Yeah. Evan, I feel, is going for the play on that one. The ball dying off behind. Tough call there, Evan venting.
Yeah, he's being punished for a repeated situation occurring, and although there's slight differences, the referee's really sending a signal that he can't just push into his opponent.
Sure. It's unlucky there, that just touching the sidewall. Nice lift actually. 11 all.
This is very, very juicy, my son.
111, 111.
It doesn't get any tighter, and these next few points are huge.
Yeah.
That will be a no let. Oh my God, brother! There we go.
A bit of a dispute going on there between all the players and the ref. Thoughts on the call?
I think it's a bit over conversation. Good comeback.
Both players appealing something there.
Well, we're seeing the intensity of the match.
Yeah, it's great.
Flying through in the players' reactions to all the calls and all the action. They're both violently fired up, taking their space.
Bit of a wayward one there from Evan. Ball above him, jumping up.
Conduct warning for him.
Sharp conduct warning.
Nice sharp.
He's done well to get around there. Bit of tension here. Game ball for Darren.
Well, that was a good competitive game. After a good first game and a soft second game, we're now in a situation where it's very, very tight, but Darren has the 2-1 lead and the advantage. I think Darren's soaking up the pressure well, taking his opportunities well.
Yeah, he did well to actually stand
sticking to his game plan pretty well. Has the odd error on the forehand side, but he's getting a lot of winners from that.
Yeah.
And I think it's gutsy for a player to keep playing a shot in a pattern that works for them, even though they make the odd error. That's the right way to play. We don't want to stop doing something just because we execute it poorly once in a while. So I think that's encouraging.
Yeah, we saw a little lapse in concentration there. He came out firing, I think it was 5 or 6 love, and then just making a few unforced errors, letting Evan back in it, but ultimately sticking to his game plan and staying resilient, sticking through. And it worked out pretty well for him. Got a couple of cheap errors at the crucial time there.
He did. I think Evan was just a bit greedy on that high forehand.
Yep.
And unfortunately dumped it in the tin. Well, honestly, I think Evan has to resolve in his mind the movement issues.
Yep.
So he can't get caught behind Darren. He can't just keep arguing with the ref. That's not going to work. He's got to change that pattern and step up a little when Darren's attacking.
Yeah.
And I think he's got to get back to his game plan as well.
He doesn't want to get too caught up around the middle. I think the best way to really beat that is just to, step up the court, get those shots through the back. You don't really have to worry after that. Almost suffocate.
It's getting tough for the ref here.
Yeah. Nice use of height.
We saw the hold and punch there from Darren in the attack. Well, That's exactly the right thing to do, Evan. He's gone for the ball. There's still interference, and he's spoken to the ref and got clarity about what the right movement pattern is. And he's done it in a cool and calm way. He's not angry. He's dealing with the situation, which is good to see.
Yep. It's a good hustle there from Evans.
Tight.
Oh wow. I didn't expect that.
We just chopped it out of the air. I think Darren is a confident type of player. He plays better when he's feeling in the zone, and that's what he's doing right now. He's firing in the attacks. He's done it again.
Not afraid to go 3 short of the time.
Oh, there he goes.
Even
again.
more.
Yeah. So
Beautiful attack though.
Well,
Fading off the sidewall.
Ball's dying off very, very slightly, and he's just chopping it in.
Yep. He's got to adjust here. Similar scenario to the second, maybe. Third, sorry.
That's too good.
Yeah. Yeah, with the quick lead from Darren at the start.
Well, Evan's just been thrown a lifeline by Darren.
First
I'll
one,
be
yeah.
interested to see if he can take it. He put another ball on his racket, and he was lucky that Darren dumped it in the tin. It's gone again. A bit of frustration there. So 2-1, 5-1, and Darren can see the finish line.
He's got to stay controlled though.
He does.
Evan's not going to give in. He's just going to step up. So he has to stay calculated with these attacks. Right on cue. Right on cue. He's dumped it in the tin. So 2 points for Evan in this game, being the 2 errors from Darren.
Yeah, but he's had a few winners from that, and he's upsetting Evan's rhythm because he's firing from different corners.
Evan just trying to feel his way in this one again.
Yeah, that's unlucky. There's been a couple of those in this game already.
Yeah, just clipping that left wall, popping out. He won't be happy with that one.
Well, the warning bells are going off.
Yep.
Tough call.
We want to see you where you go to ball because it's very hard to get.
There wasn't a line for Evan there, but the ball was pretty short, and that's my view for the late call.
I guess the referee thinking maybe a bit more effort as well.
Getting very niggly here, as expected.
8-2. He's got to be careful though.
Well, I think Darren's going to shoot big time.
Yeah.
He's got this huge cushion.
There you go.
He's
He
gonna
can't be feeding him like that. He's lucky that one got up.
Even in trouble there.
Darren doing well to go around. Oh,
he's
wow.
done it again.
Wow. It's barely hitting the front wall there.
Very soft hands.
Very soft. I wish we had the stats on the winner ratio on this one. Darren's winners being through the roof in the last 2 sets.
Nice hold and punch from Evan.
That's better from Evan. I think that's the one he's been looking for. Going on a little wander there.
It's hard for him to defend this position though. He's 6 behind. Darren has only 2 shots to take the match, and I think we'll see Darren firing for sure, particularly this early in the game. There we go.
It is the end. Oh, staying very short, that one.
10-3, match ball.
And it brings up the first match ball. 7 match balls, even resets.
It's better from Evan. Yeah, he's going to go for it on the first opportunity here, Darren.
He's going to put that in.
There we go.
Please like these videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow SQUASHXL on social media. Come to one of the camps at Excel or contact us for remote fitness coaching.